But hold up now. I know that from a distance. What if I got up on them and just start lounging around the table, and all of a sudden I hear that the only reason this couple is so committed is because they only doing it for the money. They looking for a paycheck. And if they don't hand over the paycheck, then sure, I ain't doing it. What if I was over by the table and I heard him say that? I'd stop and say, hold on now. This man was a good model, both him and his wife. For sure, they only doing that for money. And let me tell you, I know they ain't getting paid for all the stuff that they do, all the gas that I know. They're not getting paid on all them levels. I know they ain't getting paid on a national level. But they doing it. But what if I heard they only doing it? I heard from his mouth, I'm only doing that for the money. I'd be disappointed. See, folks, the closer people get to you, the more they start to notice advantages. The closer they get to you, the more they start to notice your advantage. This is why, folks, you gotta watch your spouse and your kids, because they're the first one to notice that something ain't right with Naaman. Evangelist Frazier, give me that second verse and that third verse. Listen.
The Syrians had grown out by companies and had brought away captive out of the land of Israel a little maid.
What was the maid doing?
And she waited on Naaman's wife.
She served Naaman's wife. Meaning she was where? In the house.
Yeah.
Come on, keep going.
And she said to her mistress, with God my Lord and with the prophet that is in Samaria, he will recover him of his leprosy.
Now hold on now. That verse didn't say, is something wrong with Naaman? Is something wrong with Naaman? Who is she talking to? Naaman's wife. She didn't say, excuse me, ma'am, but is there something wrong with Naaman? And the wife's response is not, well, I don't know. I don't think so. It's a known fact. Naaman got leprosy. Wife know, everybody in the house know Naaman got leprosy. And I sure wish he'd go get a word from the prophet. Because the prophet is not going to heal him, but he would give him a word that would bring about deliverance. And the same thing here tonight. If there are any spiritual Naamans, this is your word for tonight, that you can get out of it. God can heal you from your habits, your addictions. But notice now, they know in the house, they know. I'm going to give you a little secret about me. I watch preachers' kids when the preacher's preaching. I do. Now listen, you know there's some rebellious kids. They ain't going, they're not interested anyway. But your kids are not rebellious kids, and I see them playing tic-tac-toe while you preaching. Wondering if there's a bandage underneath there. Your spouse is sleeping. Your spouse is crocheting. Your spouse is making out her grocery list while you preaching. It's maybe that there is a hint of leprosy. See, because the closer people are to you, the more they start to realize, well, this person ain't what I thought he was going to be. Now, spiritual Naamans need to get it together. Because when greater works are added to the mix, that means more people are going to get close to you. So it's not only your spouse and your kids, but now it's your adjutant and your armor bearer. They're going to stop and saying, hold on now, the preacher, he ain't what I thought he was. Then you really go to a greater works level, and now, not only is it your spouse and the kids, not only is it your adjutant, but now it's your selected praise team and your organist and your own drummer. And when y'all trooping up into the church, y'all coming like a mob. Yeah, we up in here, up in here. But then they start realizing, hold on, something ain't right. Could this be a spiritual Naaman? Models we can't afford for people that get close to us to be disappointed, especially when we're going to another level. It will be a real bad thing for Minister Bentley and Deaconess Bentley to start acting crazy now that they've been elevated. Because now more people get close to them. Now Trustee Blake, Dr. Blake, is close to him. Now the secretary is close to him. They weren't close to him before. But if he start acting crazy, now they'll stop and say, hold on, Mr. Bentley ain't nothing but a spiritual name it. Get it right, models. Because you can't afford for people to find out that you got leprosy. If you got leprosy, deal with it tonight.